Now, if you want to know what it's like to start your day in Minneapolis, not northern Minnesota, but Minneapolis in the dead of January. Again, it's not northern Minnesota, it's Minneapolis, a major city. You wake up to this. Car buried in this. Well, there's a little bit of light. Okay. Yeah. So to get things started before I go right, shovel all this crap off my car, and then shaboom, we'll get going. All right, so we're almost out of here. I think I got it. Well, don't really got it. Boom. No, don't got it. This could work. Optimism, optimism, optimism. Oh, almost had it. Why am I yelling optimism? I don't know why. In the beginning, like, you usually get like anxiety over this type of stuff, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. All right, here we go. Oh, that was real close. Damn. Okay, so right now, today, turn the stupid music on. We're going to do a VO, then we're going to a meeting, then we're going to a fitting for a commercial that your boy booked. Woo! And after that, it's yoga time. Yoga sculpt. It is damn cold. It is horrifically cold. It's so cold, I got friends that have been cooped up in their apartments for 4 days because their cars don't start and they can't get to work. And so there's really no reason to leave the house. I mean, you just gotta wait it out. So that's what it is right now. Headed to the northeast side for the VO. All right. To learn more about the predictive index and ways that you can implement it. To learn more about the predictive index and ways that you can implement it into your dealership, click here to register for an ADG workshop. To learn more about the predictive index and ways that you can implement it into your dealership, click here to register for an ADG workshop. To learn more about the predictive index and ways that you can implement it into your dealership, click here to register for an ADG workshop. All right, that's a wrap on the voiceover. If I can get out of here. See, the cool thing about acting is that you get to go into all these different places all over town, venture into different studios, meet different people, just work with some young filmmakers that are putting together a video for, I don't know if I can talk about it, but it's like a car thing. It's pretty cool, and it should be interesting to see how it works out. It's industrial, so you'll never see it. But yeah, it went really well today, and now we're off to the other side of town to go meet up with an actress who's in the Van Duzens. Okay, so as it turns out, I misread the meeting, and it's not today, it's tomorrow. So, kicked it at a Bryn Mawr coffee shop for about an hour or two and got a bunch of nitpicky stuff done for Urban Home Cinema. The not so fun stuff, adding end cards, title cards, annotations in YouTube and whatnot, so people know to click on the next link. I mean, it's not the funnest part, but you gotta get it done. You gotta put the links up. Okay, so we're back, and I'm trying a new setting on this microphone. I think I got it. Yeah, it's turned up all the way. One thing I've been noticing as I've been making this vlog is that I'll flip the camera on and then hit record, or at least I think I hit record, and then I go back to check on, did you hear that? And I go back to check on my take, and it's not there. So I'm not hitting record or something is going on. But the sound you just heard, that's my refrigerator. This apartment is full of sounds, and especially in the cold, when everything is trying to heat up and the water's going through, you can just hear like ghosts everywhere. But this is an example of how cold it is in Minnesota right now. It's -20 or -15. I've said that like several times already. But I left this orange in my car. I left this orange in my car over the past 3 days. This is how cold it is. That's solid. I know you can't like feel it, but like, that's how hard this orange is. Like, there's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. And it's crazy. So yeah, there's been people cooped up in their apartments for the past 4 days with cars that won't start and a lot of things that ain't working and jobs that ain't open. In times like this, as an artist, the question is, what do you do? Today, fortunately, my car started, so that's great. I was able to get to the voiceover. We got that done. Went to a meeting that was non-existent. That's my bad, but was still able to get some work done. And that is another thing. If you wind up at a spot that you did not mean to wind up at, and now you all of a sudden have 2 hours of time on your hands, it's imperative to always have something on you to work on if you need to do the work or if you want to do the work. For me, I always need to keep busy, and so I kind of get freaked out if I'm not busy, and I'm like, I should be doing something. I should be uploading something to the internet, or I should be writing something. And it's good to have something in your backpack to do that, or have a list of things you need to do. Because sometimes we get caught up where we're just sitting there and we're like, guess this meeting fell through. I'm just gonna freak out. And if you have a list of things to do, for me at least, I don't go to freak out because I'm like, oh, I can do that thing that I wrote down yesterday. And so what I did was I, put a bunch of end cards on YouTube videos. So now we're gonna make a meal, and we're gonna get into that later on because there's a short film I'm making in the summer, and it requires me to kind of like kind of thin out in the midsection, tighten it up. And that's the thing as well. I don't want to get into all that right now. So moving forward, what we got on the docket for the rest of the day is a fitting and then yoga time. Yoga town. It's gonna be great. And I'll talk about yoga later. I realize that there's a lot of tangents I can go on, and I'm really good at that. I just want to stick to the schedule today and kind of stick with this whole theme of what to do in extreme climates and how to deal with them. So right now we're gonna make some food, and then I'm gonna basically go over what I'd like to do once yoga is done. So once that's out, I'm not just sitting around not doing nothing, because there's a ton of things that I could be doing right now. Okay, that is donezo. That was the quickest fitting I've ever had. So a few years ago, I was a 42R, and apparently now after I've gotten measured for this custom suit, I'm a 44R. So Papa's getting big, and yeah, should be a really fun commercial. Can't really say what it is, but once it's out, we can talk about it then. It's really fun though. All right, we're back, and I'm in a totally different setting. As you can see, I'm in a different house. This is my mother's house. So went to yoga, hit that, did that, and then had to come back here to take care of, guess who? Oh, who's that? Who's that right there? Is that Gracie girl? That's Gracie girl. She wagging her tail. She wagging her tail. Gracie's really tired. We took a 2-block walk. We ran around. We basically jogged around 2 blocks. She was really excited and did that. She got super tired. The one thing I'll tell you is that from my days of being in track and field and running, the one thing I noticed is that you forget how cold the wind or just like the air hits your face. So I was jogging, I was feeling all good. I was like, oh, this is great, this is great. And then boom, I was like, I can't move my cheeks. I can't feel my cheeks. Where are my eyebrows? What happened to those? So when you go running in the cold, you have to understand that the business gets real. The atmosphere is just that much colder when you're running into it. Let me try to figure this out. 1 second. All right, yeah, we got an old school light working here. And it's the end of the day, and I still got more stuff to do, but I'm gonna close out this vlog on this. I'm actually gonna go back to the gym, do a lifting session, because I really don't think I'm gonna get any damn time to work out at all tomorrow, which is really good to know, because when you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna have any time to work out. All of a sudden, you start to get angry with the things that you already committed to, or at least I do. And then I start to resent them, and I'm like, oh, I just want to work out. And I know that I'm not going to be able to do that tomorrow. So we're going to go lift again, just to make up for tomorrow's not doing anything. And after that, I got to do a voiceover audition. Just got an email from my agent, another voiceover audition, which is going really well. And I want to get into on-camera stuff versus voiceover stuff down the line, because the two games are very different. Like, voiceover versus on-camera, it's a totally different world. Totally different world. Same universe, different planet. We'll get into that though. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I can add to today and how it all went down. If there's any points that'll help you out. I guess the one thing is always have a list of things to do. I always have a list of things to do, or just one small thing that I want to get done through the day. And I was able to post the podcast. And the last thing I'll do today is I'll be sending a message out to the patrons for the last episode of Lonnie the Landlord. I'll get more into the Patreon later on. I'm realizing this vlog you can't put everything into one episode. You got to dice it up. And so I'll be delivering them a message, which involves uploading a video to YouTube, making it unlisted, and then sending it out to them. What I used to do with Patreon is I used to upload the video, make it private, and then like email it to the patrons. But you can't always see the video through YouTube, even if it's just emailed to somebody. It's some weird defunct thing that's going on, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. Either way, I gotta upload it, make it unlisted, send it to the patrons, and then actually figure out the first AMA, the first Q&A that I'm gonna do with patrons for the Patreon, and then answer the questions on this vlog. So you can all see kind of how the Patreon is working, and it can give me like a running idea of exactly just what am I doing and how am I serving the patrons. Because the big thing I always worry about is, oh my goodness, what have I given the patrons this month? They're supposed to get their episode this week. I'm a week behind. Oh no. So I'm always coming up with new kickbacks or new services that I can give to the patrons to sustain that, because I really want to bolster the Patreon. So I guess it'd be a good time to give you the link to the Patreon, which is going to pop up on the screen somewhere. So get into that if you can. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next vlog. This is weird. This is crazy. It's a vlog. What am I doing? I don't know.